everyone, Davis here from Double D's Garage. Welcome back to the channel. So, as you know, I got this M3 CS 2018 Lime Rock Gray not too long ago, roughly about a month ago. I got it from Colorado, and right when I got it, I wanted to quickly get a oil change as well as an alignment, since the car was pulling to the right a little bit. So I took this into Stevens Creek BMW in San Jose, California, and a gentleman by the name of Christopher Ramirez helped me out getting my car aligned and center my steering wheel. Originally, we ran into a bit of an issue where my steering wheel was not dead center and the car was drifting to the right, so I took it back to the dealership. They took care of me. Chris took care of me very well. Got me a quick loaner car. I took out a 330i. It's a 2021 330i, and I seem to really like it, specifically for the fact that it has wireless charging, which this CS doesn't have, as you understand, or at least if you know. The M3 CS specifically doesn't have a center console. So typically from a 2015 to a 2018, you have the center console with the armrest. With the CS, they removed the center console armrest to lower the weight of the car. So with this specific CS, it doesn't have a wireless charging unit in there. So I decided to go ahead and just purchase one from AliExpress. I looked online from Bimmer-Tech, and they wanted to charge me $199, which is outrageous. I went to another place, they charged me $75. I managed to source the same device that these guys use, Bimmer-Tech uses, as well as this other company that I also list below in the description, to about $41, including shipping. The only drawback is you got to wait about 2.5 weeks, give or take, for it to deliver, since everything is made out in China. It's essentially the same set of hardware, and it just works. So we'll go over what hardware that came with the device, but just a quick shout out to Chris. Really awesome dude, helped me out taking care of my M3 CS. To quickly show, this is the Carqiwireless charger that I got off of AliExpress. Typically the same hardware, technically the same hardware that Bimmer-Tech uses, but they charge you $199. The only difference is that they throw in a filer, which you'll use to file down the piece of plastic. But for $199 for an additional filer, I don't think that's worth the money. So roughly about a month ago, again, I brought this in, got a 330i 2021. Really like the wireless charging capability, so I decided to go ahead and equip my CS here with a wireless charger. This is the inside of a BMW M3 CS. As you can see, typically you would see a center console right here with the armrest. This is where you generally put your wireless charging, or at least an option to give your car wireless charging. But in the CS version of it, they took this entire section out to save weight. And what happened is that you don't have that option to put wireless charging. So the only way to charge is there's a USB plug right here that you can plug your cable into. But from a convenience perspective, why would you want to have wires laying around all over the place? So the mod that I got, that I wanted to install, is essentially right here, farther back here. And what it does is that it allows me to stick the device right on top of that, and then provide me wireless charging. And it makes the car look and feel like it was an OEM device without any crazy mods to it. So for us to get to this device down here, or at least remove this device, or remove this bezel, remove this area, we have to first remove the center console cover, and then there is a screw that is one that's right underneath here, and one right underneath here, so that we can remove this specific piece of plastic right here and be able to remove this upper part cup holder to get into where we need to be to mount the wireless charging. As we walk through this, it's a little bit different compared to the 2015, the standard 2015 to 2018 M3, but this is a quick look inside of what it is, and this is where we're going to be mounting the wireless charging pad. Before we begin, we're going to go over a couple of tools that we'll need. We'll need a 532. I'm using a 532. You can use a bigger or smaller as long as it fits in the plastic cup holder area, so that we can file down the piece of plastic to guide the cable through. Will work, but I have a 532, which is going to save me a lot of time. Some electrical black tape in case I need it, since we are working with electrical stuff. Some super glue to glue down the cable a little bit later. A knife to cut. A 10mm socket. This is specifically to disconnect the negative battery lead, so that anytime you work on a car or anything that's electrical, make sure you disconnect the battery. That's what it's for. And iFixit unit case here that has all the torque tool set that I would need for this car. For us, we will be using a T20, a torque 20, for the removal of the bezel under the center console. And then just before we proceed, I'm going to quickly go over what's inside the Carqiwireless charger, so at least you will know what is in there and how easy it is to connect the system into the car. So out of the box, it comes like this, minus the zip tie, which I have recently or earlier on put that in there so that I can use it to tie the cables. But here's essentially the adapter that you'll need, the cable adapter. It has a fuse ready to go, so in the event of a surge, it will protect you. This is the connector that goes into the cup holder, and then a daisy chain that into the car. Here's the power connector into the charger, and the charger essentially looks like this. So here is the rubber pad, anti-slip pad that allows you to put your phone on and it won't, slide, move around. The adapter here, or at least the wireless charging adapter here, you have a couple of clips that's built into each of the four corners, 1, 2, 3, 4. Essentially allows you to clip right onto the cup holder, or at least the area where the cup holder is. This essentially is the same device used by Bimmer-Tech, but they charge you $199, and then another specific provider that charges you $75, and they also use the same adapter. I forgot what the other provider's name is, but I'll find it and I'll link it below. But this is what it looks like. Also comes with a plastic pry tool. You will be needing this for a little bit later, and I'll show you where to use the little one and where to use the big one. With best practice, before we start with any electrical work, we want to make sure that we disconnect the battery. So in BMW, the battery is in the rear, in the trunk. So once you pop the trunk open, it's on the right hand side. There's a little lock right here. All you have to do is unlock it, pull it down, pull this out, and this should expose your battery. So your negative is on the right, your positive is on the left. So all the red area is the positive. The negative is on the right hand side. I'm not sure if you can see it, but we'll zoom in a few minutes here. Your negative should be right here. So all we got to do is use your 10mm socket, untighten the bolt, and slip the cable to the side. I like to tuck it behind the battery so that it doesn't, come into contact with the battery again. Just for safety precaution, I also want to put a microfiber towel right in here and hold it right where the connector is, so that way we don't have an accidental pop-up or anything like that. Also, with best practice, since you don't want to crawl through your trunk and try to unlock your trunk because you accidentally closed the lid or closed the trunk, so make sure you use a some sort of a towel to tie the latch so that it doesn't close, and gives you capability to open up the trunk again a little later on. Alright, now that you have this in place, you're ready to start working on the car. Okay, now that we have the glue dried, we're going to start reinstalling the cup holder back into the system, and then the console cover right on top of that. But before we do that, make sure you have all the cables that comes with the wireless charging pad connected. If not, plug it in. Don't forget, okay? Okay, as you can see, the wireless charging pad is connected. Everything is good, ready to go. It's green lighting indicating that it's ready to charge a device that supports wireless. The moment that you put down a phone or device that supports wireless charging, that green light will turn red. So let me show you exactly what it looks like. Okay, as you can see, I have my cell phone laid right on top of the wireless charging pad, and you will see that the light has turned red. You also notice that on my phone there's a little light on the top left corner indicating me that the phone is being charged wirelessly as well. Okay, so that concludes our video for today on modifying the M3CS to support wireless phone charging. Modules in, center console is fully back together. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to our channel, and feel free to like, comment, give us feedback. Let us know what you think we should do better, or how or what we should be modifying to this M3CS. Probably our next modification for sure is a couple of carbon fiber side skirt that I need to put together on this car. But other than that, thanks again for watching.